when you date a girl, there obviously are red flags that you need to worry about, especially if you're dating someone. Even if it's casual, I would highly recommend that you look out for these red flags, because I'm telling you, oh my god, men have suffered countless betrayals and all of that bullshit, all of the mental fucking trauma because of someone having their shit not together. That is a way of mildly putting it. So I'll give you 3 red flags to always avoid, especially if you are dating someone. If you are dating a girl, especially avoid these 3 red flags. And typically these are for everyone. This video as well is for girls who actually want to understand the red flags and the 3 red flags, the best red flags to actually avoid in the partner. Alright, but mainly this is for guys. Okay, so yeah. The first one, toxicity or negativity. And you'll be surprised how much this affects you. Regardless of how beautiful, how hot the other person is, if the person is toxic or negative, run away. I'm telling you, run away. This is very much visible through very simple signs. Maybe the person keeps talking bad things about her exes. That's a very good sign. Maybe she keeps complaining about the things in the current world, modern world, right? And has a very negative outlook on and overall about things. Like the government, maybe her parents, maybe the food, maybe the staff, maybe the restaurant that you go to, maybe your house, maybe you, right? Anything that is negative. Toxicity is like a kind of a similar thing, only to an extent, and that's why I included this in the same point. Toxicity is when you sense some grudge, some hatred or something, right? And that is like very subtle, but it's almost to an extent hidden, that you are not able to tell it at times, but you can sense that there is some emotional charge in whatever she says, right? Maybe she passes snarky remarks, maybe she just gives you backhanded insults or something. Anything that is negative or toxic, if a person has a negative perspective towards life, people, or things in general, if you see an over inclination towards the negative or toxic side of things, just run away. I've had incidents, like I just had one, and that was enough to teach me, because most of my life I've been around people who have been very toxic, and those were not even the girls I was dating. I'm talking about guys, and even guys make such a important, such a huge impact if they are toxic and negative. And having suffered it, I would highly recommend you. It's not worth your time if you actually spend time with people who are toxic or negative. All right. So that's the first thing. Run away if you realize that the other person is toxic, negative, or all of that. The next thing, maintaining contact and constantly talking to the exes. That's a huge red flag. I don't want to sound like a fucking uncle here, but trust me at that. If I was to break up with someone, I definitely would, but I would be very clear of the boundaries. I would not talk to them regularly, daily, or anything, especially if I'm in an active relationship, right? If I'm not in a relationship, I mean, there is nothing to worry about in that case. I would not keep in touch with them. But if you are going to date someone and that person is constantly in touch with their ex, talking to them regularly, meeting them regularly, that's a red flag. And you know what? You will find so many women, men, all alike, just complaining about this thing. This is so archaic thought. This is such a fucking bad thought that it's absolutely fine to get in touch with their exes. Then why are you an ex? Why are you an ex? If it is a bad perspective to not to stay in touch with exes, then why are you an ex? If you are in such good terms, why are you not together? If something bad happened, then it clearly means that you guys need not be together anymore. Because I'm telling you, usually relationships end from one person. It's not generally, 90% of the times, it's not both the parties ending the relationship. Most of the times, it would be the girl, because the guy ends up becoming the beta self that he was originally. And when that breakup happens, the guy is ready to do anything to get the girl back. That is most of the cases, because as I said, women usually have an abundance of options, but guys do not. So what ends up happening is that there will be men who would actually try to get back the girls, but they will not, right? And then suppose the girl is in a relationship and something bad happens in their relationship, this ex would be the first one to jump at the opportunity to try to make something happen with the girl. That's why it's wise if your current girlfriend, the person that you're going to date, is not in touch with their ex. And I'm telling you, it sounds so simple, but this is the easiest things to fall into. I do not even say that the person would be someone bad, but when bad times are there, when there is someone who was close to you and is giving you solace in a bad time, it's very easy to fall into that. So yeah, just be very cautious of people who are around the exes and everything. Third, and this is surprisingly something that is on the rise, people who are violent or people who have anger issues. Huge fucking big deal if someone has anger issues or is violent. I'm even surprised how you can even be around someone who has anger issues or is violent, right? One thing is ability to be violent when it's required. That's a different thing, right? That's absolutely different. Because if you see all these people who do, like, there's a best friend of mine who is a national level kickboxing champion, right? But he's such a calm person. And then you will see the guy who has never fucking fought a fight, but he's always fucking angry. There's a difference between the two, right? One is capable of violence when it's required, but is calm otherwise. And the other is just fucking angry 24/7, even if he's not capable of violence. He has never experienced a fight. So always stay away from people who are angry at the world for no absolute reason, because eventually that anger will be directed towards you, because that is the only true emotion that they are very much in touch with, right? So stay away from these 3 red flags which are very clearly visible in the person. And I hope you have a good dating life. Until next time. काफी फाड़ी information थी, right? But still no action. Do you want to finally take action? Simple है. Just click the link below and we will tell you how you can fix your dating life once and for all. So don't delay, click the link right now and we'll see you on the other side.